Shabbat Shalom. Thank you for joining me this morning as we celebrate Shabbat with song and with prayer as we celebrate together. I will be using our congregational prayer book, Misha Tefillah, and occasionally announcing the page numbers. If you are following along with the online flip book, please add the number 18 to the numbers I announce and you should be able to join us. We begin on page 68. Moda'ani lefanecha, melech chai v'kayam, shehechazarta binishmati b'chemla, rabba emunatecha, rabba emunatecha, moda'ani lefanecha, melech chai v'kayam, shehechazarta binishmati b'chemla, rabba emunatecha, rabba emunatecha. Page 74. Ma tovu ohalecha Yaakov, mishkanotecha Yisrael. Ma tovu ohalecha Yaakov, mishkanotecha Yisrael. The prayer for our health and our bodies. Blessed are you, Adonai, our God, sovereign of the universe. With divine wisdom you have made our bodies, combining veins, arteries, and vital organs into a finely balanced network. Wondrous maker and sustainer of life, were one of them to fail, how well we are aware we would lack the strength to stand before you. Blessed are you, Adonai, source of our health and strength. Baruch atah Adonai, rofei chol basar umafli la'asot. The prayer for our soul. My God, the soul you have given me is pure. You created it, you shaped it, you breathed it into me, and you protect it within me. For as long as my soul is within me, I offer thanks to you, Adonai, my God and God of my ancestors, source of all creation, sovereign of all souls. Praised are you, Adonai, in whose hand is every living soul and the breath of humankind. Baruch atah Adonai, asher b'yado, nefesh kol chai v'ruach kol basar ish. We continue with Nisim b'chol yom, our blessings for the daily miracles in our lives. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam, who has given the mind the ability to distinguish day from night. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam, who opens the eyes of the blind. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam, who frees the captive. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam, who lifts up the fallen. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam, who stretches the earth over the waters. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam, who strengthens our steps. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam, who clothes the naked. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam, who gives strength to the weary. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam, who removes sleep from the eyes, slumber from the eyelids. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam, who made me in the image of God. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam, who has made me free. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam, who has made me a Jew. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam, who girds Israel with strength. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam, who crowns Israel with splendor. We turn to page 88 if you are following along in our prayer book. Elu divarim she'en lahem shiur, she'adam ochel petochechem be'olam hazeh. These are things that are limitless, of which a person enjoys the fruit of the world, while the principle remains in the world to come. They are honoring one's father and mother, engaging in deeds of compassion, arriving early for study morning and evening, dealing graciously with guests, visiting the sick, providing for the wedding couple, accompanying the dead for burial, being devoted in prayer, but making peace among people. But the study of Torah encompasses them all. Page 95. With this do I prepare myself to thank, praise, and glorify my Creator. Blessed are you, Sovereign of life, whom we praise with songs of glory. Baruch atah Adonai, melech mechulal b'tish chachot. Mizmor shir liyom haShabbat, tov lehodot le'Adonai. Ulizamer l'shimcha elyon, ulizamer l'shimcha elyon. Mizmor shir liyom haShabbat, tov lehodot le'Adonai. Ulizamer l'shimcha elyon, ulizamer l'shimcha elyon. Lehagid baboker hastecha, ve'emunatecha beledot, ale asur ve'ale navel, ale higaon bechinor. Mizmor shir liyom haShabbat, tov lehodot le'Adonai. Ulizamer l'shimcha elyon, ulizamer l'shimcha elyon. Mizmor shir liyom haShabbat, tov lehodot le'Adonai. Ulizamer l'shimcha elyon, ulizamer l'shimcha elyon. Page 106. Yitgadal v'yikadash shemei Rabbah, ve'alma divrach yotei v'yamlich malchutei, v'chayechon uv'yom echad, uv'chayedecho beit Yisrael, ba'gala, ba'gala, uv'izmahan kariv v'meru, amen. Yehei shmei Rabbah mevorach, le'olam la'mehamaya yitbarach. Yitbarach v'yishtabach v'yipa'ar v'yitermam yitnaseh, v'yithadar v'yitalev v'yitalal, shmei d'kudusha b'richu. Le'elam min kol birchata v'shirata, tushbechata v'nechemata, Damiran Bilma Imeru. Amen. We turn to the Baruch Hu as we lift our hearts and rise in spirit. Baruch Hu et Adonai HaMevorach. Baruch Adonai HaMevorach Leolam Va'ed. Page 114. Shema Yisrael, Adonai Eloheinu, Adonai Echad. Baruch Shem Kevod Malchuto Leolam Va'ed. V'ahavta et Adonai Elohecha v'chol levavcha uv'chol nafshecha uv'chol meodecha v'hayu hadvarim ha'ele asher anochi mitzavecha hayom al levavecha v'shinatam levanecha v'dibarta ba'am v'shivtecha b'veitecha uv'lechtecha v'derech shokbecha uv'kumecha ukshartam leahot al yadecha v'hayu letotafot beinenecha uktavtam al mezuzot beitecha uvisharecha Leman tizkeruhu vasitem et kol mitzvotai v'item kedoshim lelohechem ani Adonai Elohechem asher hotzeiti etchem me'eretz Mitzrayim liot lachem lelohim ani Adonai Elohechem Adonai Elohechem Emet. Page 122. Mi chamocha ba'elim Adonai, mi chamocha nehedar b'kodesh. Nora tehilot osefela, nora tehilot osefela. Shira chadasha, shibhu gelim l'shimcha, al sfatayam, yachad kulam hoduhu, v'himlichu ve'ameru, Adonai yimloch, Adonai yimloch, le'olam va'ed. Sur Yisrael, kuma bezrat Yisrael, uvdechinu mecha, Yehuda v'Yisrael. Go aleinu Adonai tzvaot shemo, Kedosh Yisrael. Baruch atah Adonai, Ga'al Yisrael. We turn to the tefillah, the central part of our service. Adonai sifatai tiftach ufi agita hilatecha. Adonai, open up my lips that my mouth may declare your praise. Baruch atah Adonai, Eloheinu v'Elohei avotenu v'imotenu, Elohei Avraham, Elohei Yitzchak, Elohei Yaakov, Elohei Sarah, Elohei Rivka, Elohei Rachel, Elohei Leah, Ha'el Hagadol, Hagibor, V'hanor Raha, El Elyon, Gomel Chasadim Tovim, V'konei HaKol, V'zocher Chasdei Avot V'imahot, Umevi Gula Livnei V'nehem, L'ma'an Shavo B'Ahava, Melech Ozer U'Moshia U'Magen, Baruch atah Adonai, Magen Avraham, V'ezrat Sarah. Tagi bur le'olam Adonai, Mechaye ha'kol atarav le'hoshia, Morid ha'tahal, Mechalkel chaim b'chesed, Mechaye ha'kol b'rachamim rabim, Sohomet noflim v'rofech oholim, U'matir asurim, U'mekaye emunato, Lishenei afar, Michamocha ba'al givurot, umido melech, melech me'midu mechaye, umatzmiach Yeshua, v'ne'emonet halachayot hakol, Baruch atah Adonai, mechaye hakol. The bottom of page 130. To all generations we will declare your greatness, and for all eternity proclaim your holiness. Your praise, O God, shall never depart from our lips. Blessed are you, Adonai, the holy God. Baruch atah Adonai, ha'el ha'kadosh. Yismechu v'malahutecha, Shomrei, Shomrei, Shomrei Shabbat, v'korei oneg Shabbat. Yismechu v'malahutecha, Shomrei, Shomrei, Shomrei Shabbat, v'korei oneg Shabbat. Aham mekadeshei, Mekadeshei Shavi Shabbat, Kulam Yispe'u, Yitanagu Mitzuvecha Shabbat, Yismechu V'malahutecha, Shomrei, Shomrei, Shomrei Shabbat, V'korei oneg Shabbat, Yismechu V'malahutecha, Shomrei, Shomrei, Shomrei Shabbat, v'korei oneg Shabbat, v'hashvi'i ratzita bo v'kidashto Shabbat, Hemdat yamim, oto karata Shabbat, Yismechu v'malahutecha, Shomrei, Shomrei, Shomrei Shabbat, v'korei oneg Shabbat, Yismechu v'malahutecha, Shomrei, Shomrei, Shomrei Shabbat, v'korei oneg Shabbat, Zecher l'masei v'reishit Shabbat, Zecher L'maaseh v'reishit Shabbat, Yismechu v'malahutecha, Shomrei, Shomrei, Shomrei Shabbat, v'korei oneg Shabbat, Yismechu v'malahutecha, Shomrei, Shomrei, Shomrei Shabbat, v'korei oneg Shabbat. Page 142, a prayer for peace. Oh, say shalom, shalom, b'mrumav, hu ya'aseh shalom aleinu, ve'akol Yisrael ve'imru amen. Hu ya'aseh shalom aleinu ve'akol Yisrael. Amen. Oh, say shalom, shalom b'mrumav, hu ya'aseh shalom aleinu, ve'akol Yisrael ve'imru amen. Ve'akol Yisrael amen. We turn now to words from this week's Torah portion. We read from the portion of Pinchas, and first we recite the blessing for Torah study. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam, asher kiddushanu b'mitzvotav, v'tzivanu la'asok b'divrei Torah. Blessed are you, Adonai our God, sovereign of the universe, who hallows us with mitzvot, commanding us to engage with words of Torah. This morning I read just a few verses from chapter 25 in the book of Numbers. Vayidaber Adonai el Moshe lemor, Pinchas ben Elazar ben Aaron HaKohen, Heshiv et Hamitin me'al b'nei Yisrael, ben Kan'o et Kinati b'tocham, v'lo chiliti et b'nei Yisrael b'kna'ati, Lachen emor hineni noten lo at briti shalom v'hayiti lo lazaro acharav berit kehanim olam Tachat asher kinei lelohav v'yechaper al banei Yisrael. To learn more about those verses and the portion in general, please join us for Torah study immediately following the service using the links found here on our Facebook page, on our website, or in the email you received earlier in the week. It's a very exciting portion with a lot to study. We turn now to our Misha prayer, our prayer for those in our community who are in need of our prayers for healing. We name them aloud, we name them in our hearts, we think of them always. Page 253. Misha Avotenu Mekor HaBracha Limahotenu. May the source of strength, who bless the ones before us, help us find the courage to make our lives a blessing, and let us say, Amen. Misha berach imahotenu mekor habracha lavotenu. Bless those in need of healing with refuah shalema, the renewal of body, the renewal of spirit, and let us say, Amen. We turn to the Aleinu, words reminding us of God's presence on page 282. Aleinu l'shabeach l'adon hakol, la'tekidu la'liotzer breshit, shalo asanu kigwe haratzot, ve'lo samanu k'mishpachot hadama, shalo samchalkenu kahem, ve'gor aleinu kechol hamonam, v'anachnu korim, Umishachavim umodim, lifnei melech mochei hamlachim, hakadosh baruch hu. V'nehemar, v'haya Adonai, lemelech al kol haaretz, v'yom hahu, yeh Adonai echad. Ushemo Echad. We turn now to the words of the Mourner's Cottage on page 294 as we remember those who have died recently and in seasons past. This Shabbat, we as a community are observing the period of Shloshim for Thomas Heater, Susan Kantrowitz, and Martin Sloan. We mark the yahrzeits of Erwin Blyman, Harry Bremen, Louis Calgaro, Florence Faber, Isidore Fellner, Pamela Friedman Vasquez, Robert Gordon, Ray Greenberg, Martin Herman, Claire Landberg, Helen Lebowitz, Ida Levy, Marvine Lichtenstein, Elizabeth Marcus, Ruth Marks, Sadie Mates, Lawrence I. Miller, Bessie Bremen Osgood, Karen Perlman, Beatrice Boonin Paulin, Jack Robbins, Abe Ross, Morris Rubenstein, Ruth Schnirov, Tilly Schumacher, Marjorie L. Schwager, Max Silverman, Morris Sonberg, Mildred Stern, Isidore Tabak, Louis Taffler, Sam Trachtenberg, Sidney Tyroller, Bessie Weissman, William Wolfson. Zichronam livracha, may their memories be for blessing. Yitzgadal v'yikadash shemei rabbah, v'yalma divarachiote v'yamlich malchute, v'chayachon uv'yomechon uv'chayedechol be'Yisrael, v'agala uv'izman kari v'imru. Amen. Yehi shemei rabbah mivarach le'olam omei omaya, Yitzbarach v'yishtabach v'yipa'ar v'yitromam v'yitnaseh v'yithadar v'yitaleh v'yitalal shemei dekudashah barichu la'ela min kol birchata v'shirata tushbachata v'nechamata da'amiran b'yalma v'imru. Amen. Yehi shlama rabba min shemaya v'chaim aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael v'imru. Amen. Oseh shalom bimromav, hu ya'aseh shalom, aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael v'imru. Amen. May the one who creates harmony on high bring peace to us and to all Israel, to which we say, Amen. I hope you joined me in saying that. We conclude our service this morning with words of Shabbat Shalom, with words reminding us how beautiful and how wonderful this day of Shabbat is. Ma yafa hayom. Ma yafa hayom. Shabbat Shalom. Ma yafa hayom. Shabbat Shalom. Shabbat, Shabbat Shalom. Shabbat, Shabbat Shalom. Shabbat, Shabbat Shalom. Shabbat Shalom. Ma yafa hayom. Shabbat Shalom. Ma yafa hayom. Shabbat Shalom. Shabbat Shalom.